I think it's really important to have an external validation that your AI is working correctly. And that's why we think that certification program initially for responsible use of health data and ultimately AI is very important. But AI is so promising. I know that it's fashionable in safety and quality circles to say we want to stop variation. I have a higher aspiration. Let's use AI to harvest variation. Let's use AI to find out not only what are the best practices, but what are the best practices that we didn't intuit. What's so wonderful about forms of AI is that sometimes machines don't go in with a particular vision of what should operate, but particularly with machine learning, can apprehend patterns that may not be ones that we as humans look for. And so I'm very excited about the use of AI to improve care. And we're already seeing this in India. Apollo Clinical Intelligence Engine is really quite remarkable. It's providing resources not only for caregivers, but for patients as well. And that really brings the two together, caregiver and patient, into a more productive interaction. I think one of the challenges is that we need to scale our regulatory oversight to the complexity of the use cases. Michael Howell has written a terrific article on the three epochs of AI. In the simplest form, the probabilistic AI, which has really been around since the 50s, is simply if-then statements. If the blood pressure is greater than thus, if the cholesterol is higher than thus, let's not overburden where there's a clear link to the evidence, where then is a very clear-cut response to a clinical condition. On the other hand, when you get to deep learning, different situation. Use case might be automated reading of mammography. We need to make sure that the training data, as I mentioned earlier, is both technically correct, that the domain competence is there, and the cultural competence is there to appreciate any potential biases. But that's a pretty clear-cut single use case. When you get to foundation or generative or large language models, where the use cases may not be foreseen, perhaps a different level of regulatory oversight is required. Take-home message is really this, is that we need to have an aperture between guardrails to prevent bad things from happening on the one side, but freedom from stifling overregulation on the other that would preclude the use of really, as I said, the defining technology of the century in improving all manner of safety and quality.